Today we're going to talk a little bit about gardening, and I'm really not an expert, but there's a few tips that I wanted to share with you for someone who's just starting out, since I'm just pretty much starting out too. Herbs are the easiest things to plant, and that would be a perfect place to start because you can pretty much keep them in a container. This year I started planting from seeds, and it takes a little while, but the results are pretty good. This is a basil plant that I started from seed, and these are sage, and you can see that I have some eggshells here. In the Philippines, when I was growing up, this was very common for houseplants to have eggshells because whenever you crack an egg, there's a little bit left in the eggshell, and that's really good for the roots. This is dill, and this is really good with a tuna sandwich. You just chop it up and mix it in there. This is thyme. Now this one I bought as a small starter like this. Of all places, I got it at Target. It was less than $2, and I got it last year, and it survived our mild winter here in Florida. Even though we had frost, it still survived, and it's nice to just keep it in this pot, and I like it too. It's pretty. This was also from Target, and this is rosemary. This almost died, and I just kept at it, and it just kept flowering and blooming. This was a really small plant. It maybe wasn't any bigger than this when I got it at Target, and after a year and after many cuttings, it got this bushy. And this is oregano. So for an investment of $2, this is what I have now. And all you have to do is just pick a small portion and chop up these leaves, and you can mix it in with some chicken or pork. You could even take these and dry them, and I just put it in a plastic Ziploc. Sometimes I chop them up fresh and stick them in the little Ziploc and put it in the freezer. Also, you could take an Old Spice container, and my friend had given me a whole bunch of rosemary, and I hung those upside down like you would for flowers to dry, and then I put it in here. I just took some scrapbook paper, used some glue, a glue stick, and then there you are. You have new spices, and you don't even need to buy a new spice jar. And this is the last of the herbs that I wanted to show you. The same friend who gave me rosemary had some chocolate mint that she didn't want in the portion of her garden, and she was just pulling it out to throw it away, and she gave it to me, and all I did was stuck it back in this pot, and it wasn't doing so great for a few weeks, but look at it now. And if I want some tea, I just pluck a few pieces, put it in some boiling water, and I'll have really nice fresh tea. Mint and oregano and thyme are three herbs that are really good for a container garden, because if you put it in a regular garden with other plants in it, they tend to kind of just grow wild and crazy and overrun. So this way they're contained, and they don't get into everything. And like mint is really hard to kill. Mint, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So this is perfect, even if you just have a small balcony or a small patio like we have. This is a perfect place to start. But this year we were fortunate enough that we were able to start an in-ground garden, and I wanted to show you what a few 2x4s and a very willing husband can do. And so you can see we have a couple rows of tomatoes and a few basil right here in the front. And I tried to grow lettuce, but it was too hot already. And I planted marigolds from seeds, and that's supposed to keep bugs away from the tomatoes. Apparently it's not working very well because there's a bug right there. But I also have some cilantro here, some onions, some chives, and a couple of strawberries too. So those will, amazingly enough, they're blooming and they're still producing berries even though it's already June. And what we did with that was we just dug up the soil and the grass and put the grass in another part of the yard. We turned up the soil and added some cow manure and some potting soil, some coffee grounds from Starbucks, mixed it all up, and then planted our plants. And by the way, these tomatoes also, we started from seeds, so there's lots of things you can do. If it's your first time, don't expect so much out of it. Just try to have fun so that you'll be willing to do it again next year. I hope you guys enjoy gardening. If you have some tips, send it my way.